Well, you've changed quite a bit over a month. Full suit this time on the Sober October wrap-up show.
Yeah,
You're a whole new man.
A whole new man. I'm just only wearing suits and ties now after a month of being a square. So.
Yeah. Sober October is well over. We're a couple weeks into November. Joe, back here to we're going to recap everything that happened in Sober October from the last time we talked until now. You may be surprised about how it went, especially the days after, up until now, after the end of October. But we're here. How you feeling, Joe?
I feel great. I feel great. I'm have drank once since Sober October ended, and that went terribly. So I'm gonna keep my sobriety going till December 1st, as of right now.
Okay, so I drank about 8 minutes after midnight. And when I say drank, not like in a unhealthy way. I had a couple sips of a beer and then went to bed just to do it, just to feel, I don't know, some sort of accomplishment. It was I just felt like doing it in the moment. Maybe it was because I was allowed to, but I did. And then I'd be lying if I said I was if I changed in any way, because I'm kind of right back in the routine so far of drinking on the weekends.
I know, and you were so adamant that like I'm not gonna fall back into the same thing. And honestly, that's what when I drank, what it kind of showed me is like, shit, Joe, like you fell back into the same thing. You didn't have a couple, you had a ton. Your phone was just a graveyard of embarrassing messages. And just started smoking cigarettes again. And I'm like, and then the next day was terrible. I was a piece of shit all day.
Walk me through. So how long did you last after October 31st at midnight?
9 days.
9 days. And what are some events that you went to and stayed sober?
Throughout the entire...
Within the 9 days, from the October 31st till you drank first.
I went to like a VIP reception for this award ceremony that we sponsored, Simon. I went to another Bills game. So like I was doing it. I was just fine. And then decided to go out for a friend's birthday, and I was the DD. And then on the way there, I'm like, fuck it. I'll drink there tonight.
So it was somewhat premeditated. Were you being pressured by other people?
No, like not at all. I was with my buddy Dan, and it was Mario's birthday, and they were completely fine if I didn't drink. They were completely fine if I did drink. So we went to Delmonico's, and I had a martini. Then I had a second martini. Then I had a third martini. And then we went to Mario's Bar Mason's, and then I had another vodka soda, another vodka soda.
Oh, it's over.
Another vodka soda. So, and I was just felt terrible the next day. And then I kind of like beat myself up. I was like, you've accomplished so much. Like you were so proud of like staying sober. Cause like it was the first time I had gone 30 days without drinking since, I don't know, 16 years old.
How did you like while you were drinking? How did you feel about drinking? Any kind of guilt? Or what?
After like the fourth drink, I was like, shit, man. Like, I just went and bought cigarettes. Like, like, come on. Like, how could you not like harness some of the stuff that like the positives out of Sober October, of which there was many, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of it's a Sober October picking this month, and I know what happens across the country, so it's different. But here in Rochester, and maybe I'm playing the blame game at this point and looking for excuses and grasping at straws, but it just so happens that the end of Sober October began the unofficial winter in Rochester, where the temps drop in the 30s, and now on the day that we're recording this, it's the biggest snowfall of the season so far.
Set a record for November 11th.
Of course it did, because you know what? What's the stereotype of what we do here in Western New York when it snows and winter finally hits?
We drink.
We put boots on like this and hoof it from bar to bar to bar until we can't see straight.
You know, I did think about that last night though. Whenever there was like a winter storm warning before, I'd be like, all right, what bar are we going to? We're not going to have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, let's go do it. I didn't think about that once last night. I was like, oh, I got this new snow blower. I'm gonna go outside at like 9 o'clock and test it out, and get up at 4:45 so I can snow blow and then hit the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, snow blowing took way longer than I thought it was gonna this morning, so I didn't go to the gym. But
You had no urge to go to the bar?
no,
No?
I think because I was so miserable after.
It's still fresh.
Yeah,
The hangover feeling.
I was pretty unhappy just with like how I wasted a day when I hadn't wasted a day, and I had been so productive for 39 days or 40 days, whatever it was.
See, I'm more preoccupied by the snow lately, obviously, because it's just happening. Like, I am thinking about going to a bar, drinking heavy, dark beer, for some reason that's what you want. And I'm also thinking about those days where I slept in the summer, or sat inside and binge watched TV and didn't hit like Letchworth or something outdoors, because I know this is the beginning of hell. And
but those days were all probably days after drinking, so it was drinking's fault. The only time I stayed inside in the summer was when I was hungover.
I wonder if it was the same for me. It probably was. But I know we're at and you're more optimistic about this. We were just talking about it before we hit the record button, but I'm dreading every second I have to be outside. And maybe it's because since last winter, I had a desk job, a 9 to 5 working at the radio station, working indoors in a climate controlled place. And now I'm doing plumbing again full time, where I'm outside driving this big, dangerous work van that has terrible traction anywhere it goes. And I'm in and out of people's houses. So I'm trying to maintain how much snow I bring in there and what I have to wear. And I'm just thinking about all the awful things about the winter. And it's I don't know. It's putting me in the space I was before sober October about drinking.
You chose to live here. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is the winter. I love Rochester. The weather's just something we deal with. We could have hurricanes and forest fires and tornadoes, and we don't.
Mm-hmm.
We just get some snow. And honestly, I think this snowy weather brings out like the best in a lot of people. Like, you see neighbors helping neighbors push each other's cars out.
Mm-hmm.
Today I was at a coffee shop, and this guy walks in and is like, I need a pound of coffee and 2 strong guys. And I'm like, damn it, he's stuck. And sure enough, wearing this exact outfit, I had to go and push this guy out on South Avenue, because he parallel parked in a snowbank as opposed to doing the smart thing and going to find another place to park.
It just makes me miserable. Of course, like drinking does the day after. Why do you say December 1st? You said you're going to try and now shoot for December 1st of being sober?
It's really kind of indefinite. Like, I just like, with schools really picking up for me, work's starting to really hit the busy season, and I can't waste a day. And unfortunately, like, I can't trust myself to moderate, as proven by this weekend. So I'm just gonna shoot for December 1st, reevaluate how I feel, and if I decide to go longer, I decided to go longer. Like, I know I won't go longer than January 12th.
When we have the destination wedding in Turks and Caicos.
Well, no, I'm talking bachelor party.
Oh, bachelor party for the same wedding. Okay. Do you think you're falling into the lifestyle where it's like, okay, I will drink on special occasions or when it calls for it and stuff like that?
A little bit, and I really don't mind that. Like, I felt amazing in October. I started going to the gym every day. I successfully didn't smoke cigarettes for almost 25 or 30 days. I'm more productive mentally. I accomplished a lot. I really was kicking ass at school.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's kind of becoming, I did the same thing every week. It was like Monday stayed in and kind of like just vegged out, and Tuesday night like was team meetings for school. Then like Wednesday I'd go hit happy hour. Thursday I'd hit happy hour. Friday I'd go out. Saturday I'd go out. And then Sunday, like I didn't really drink on Sundays because like I hated starting the week that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I was just in this pattern of unhealthiness. And I mean, I've lost almost 20 pounds since October 1st. And I really want to lose another at least 20 more before Turks and Caicos, because I want to be like that beach bod. Like you and I taking some great photos on the beach.
Oh, that would be wonderful. It
just
is
running and like
slow motion.
People are looking at us with like awe, not disgust.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Now, I wanted to ask that because I wanted to ask what you think. I don't know if you thought about this or not, but what do you think would qualify? Say you go into the lifestyle of, I'm only going to drink when, on a special occasion here, time to time. What do you think qualifies as a special occasion? Because me knowing myself, I could be like, oh, it's, the anniversary of the Rangers winning the cup in 94 or whatever. Like, that's a special occasion. What do you think would qualify? Birthday dinners, would it go all the way down to there?
It's really hard. I think it's just going to be like when I feel like it and I know I don't have anything to do the next day that's very, very important for me. There's no, for me, the next time that I feel like I'm 100% going to drink is Corey's bachelor party.
You really think you're going to make it through all the holidays?
I can make it through the holidays. Or my Christmas Eve party. That would be
where do you have a party?
I throw a Christmas Eve party for a bunch of my high school friends at my dad's house, and we get after it.
Okay, so Christmas Eve is
100%. But that's Christmas the next day. I have nothing to do.
Okay.
I get to just kind of be a bum and sit around in sweatpants and a hoodie all day.
Mm-hmm.
Our holidays aren't very like
you don't go Christmas caroling?
No, and we don't do the very formal holidays. We just spend time together as a family in the best way possible. So,
do you think that there are some people out there that can drink as much as you did before Sober October and still be wildly successful somehow? Like the people, the successful, because there are successful people, we've talked about this, that don't drink, and they kind of credit their success to not diving in.
We're both successful people, and
maybe some more of your mentors or people that you try to mirror what you're doing after.
I would say the people that I really kind of look up to and where I want to see my life going don't drink like I drink. Yeah, I drank like a 30-year-old or really like a 25-year-old single guy, and I'm 30. My life's going where I want it to go. For me, school's the number one priority. I need to focus. Well, number two, school and my job, they kind of fight depending on the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
But I've wanted to focus on myself and my health and my life for a long time. And I finally, with you challenging me, took that step, and a lot of really good things happened for me in October.
Do you ever see yourself as the 50, 60, or maybe 40, 50, 60-year-old having a cocktail from your bar at home as a nightcap every single night?
No, but I've never been I don't ever drink alone. I don't even have alcohol in my house. I never have.
Really?
I don't enjoy alcohol that much, and I enjoy it in the social settings. But you sent me a podcast with a doctor that really hit home with me. He said the two things alcohol does to people is, one, make them more extroverted, and two, reduce social anxiety. Well, I have zero social anxiety, and I don't know many more people more extroverted than I am. So it's the two positives of drinking, I didn't get. I just got the bad decision making and the hangover. And I went out to bars a lot in October, and I had no problem in that setting. So I'm still enjoying myself, and I was really worried when I started Sober October that I'd be this homebody, and it was the exact opposite.
Yeah, I'm still trying to. I'm glad that you have all those answers, or at least it seems that you do, about the pros and cons of what you got out of Sober October, and then in a deeper dive of what you get out of alcohol. I'm still trying to figure that out. I can't see myself enjoying going to a bar and not, having the jitters to have a drink, because I don't know.
And I'm not trying to say that I have all the answers, or that my wild overcorrection from being quite a partier to kind of not being is the right decision or best decision. It just, for me right now, it's the decision I want to make.
How was your eating in October?
It was pretty solid. I had some cheat days because you gotta have some vices, I guess. So my eating was all right. I did start the keto diet about a week and a half ago. Kind kind of cheated that one night when we were at Corey and Courtney's on Friday.
Yeah.
Because that cauliflower pizza option was garbage. But I'm back in it. I'm back in ketosis, and I'm trying that kind of until Thanksgiving. Well, until my first Friendsgiving. Like, it's very hard to stay keto on like Thanksgiving meals.
It's probably harder than no booze, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think so too.
Like eating right is definitely harder than not drinking.
It is, because it's so hard to justify, because you're like, well, you don't need to drink booze to survive.
Right.
But you lump that in that category. Well, you need to eat to survive. I have to eat something.
And then it's like, oh, I'm busy, so like I'm just gonna run through Wendy's.
I had a Baconator 2 hours ago.
I'm jealous of you right now. That hurts me. It's been so like eating this like ketogenic diet has been so difficult. There's so many things that I want to eat, or like even like something simple like a bag of Skittles. Like, I love Skittles, and I don't eat them that often, but it's like right now I can't eat Skittles because that would be like double the amount of carbs I'm able to eat in a day.
There are carbs in Skittles?
It's all sugar.
I don't know anything about nutrition, obviously, but that sucks. I love Skittles too.
Yeah, but overall, like, just I really appreciate like that you challenged me on this Sober October thing. I think you and I both had a great month. And
yeah,
I think that both of our like respective what we're gonna do now is like if it both works for us. So that's all that matters. Like, my buddies were making fun of me, like saying I was gonna judge them and stuff when I was sober during October, but that's not it at all. Like,
right.
I'm just trying to do what I feel is best for me right now, and like what anyone else wants to do, like more power to them. Like, if that's like you have fun and makes you happy, then go for it.
Yeah, I'd say what we did was kind of out of our comfort zone, obviously. And I'm jealous of people who go further than that. Like the people, that will try the weird stuff, the diets or I'm just not spending money on Thursdays this month or something weird like that. I envy those people who can do that and stick to that. I think the baby step accomplishment, which in the grand scheme of things is probably the biggest step of all, is that I started something and I finished it. That's one of my biggest general weaknesses ever. So
yeah, and honestly, like, it would have been easy to quit because like it's $100.
Yeah,
like at the end of the day, it's not like you or I are like scraping pennies
No,
together to
100
pay for things. Like, would it have sucked to pay $100? Yeah, but was it like, well, in reality, like I saved $100 the first weekend I didn't go out. I spent almost $1,000 less.
Oh, are you serious?
Than I on average.
$1,000 less?
Yes.
That's all from booze and cigarettes, obviously.
Booze, cigarettes. You think about it, I spend, when I smoke, like I usually was pack a day, so that's like $80 a week.
Plus the food and stuff afterwards.
Right.
When you're drunk, you buy the crappy, expensive food.
Right. And like my friends, like we do shots, we do things like that. Like bar tabs add up quickly.
Yeah.
Like I paid off a credit card on November 1st.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. It's also sad. It's also, think about all the.
I don't know. No, shut up. Like, I already did that. I'm like, I could own rental properties.
Let's see, 14 years since you said 16, and then times 12.
Yeah,
just hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That hurts.
That's why the bar industry is pretty successable.
Right? Well, like you have to really screw up to like run a bar into the ground, especially in Rochester.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it was a successful month, obviously.
Yes, I agree.
I started personal training a month or two before Sober October, and I'm still going. That's never happened in my whole life.
And now we got Orange Theory together.
Yeah.
There's some 6 a.m. mornings together.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're both pretty chipper then. So
yeah, and it's definitely, I think it's at least giving us a chance at growing better habits. Like the Sober October, if you want to try it next year or just try it at any random month, I think for anybody it'll plant seeds and for potential habits that are good instead of bad. It's up to you to water them, which is just as difficult. But I think that it at least it gives you a chance.
Right, I agree.
So, all right, well, Joe, We did it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we did it. And,
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we did, and I'm looking forward to next year. Maybe we can add something to it. Maybe we can add
Maybe we could do the fitness part.
Yeah, we kind of just ignored the fact that we ignored that whole
one
thing.
week and just
It's extremely hard.
never spoke about it again.
It's extremely hard because you want to fill your time with other stuff that you've been putting off, especially when you've had hangovers and stuff. But we'll lay it all out maybe a little sooner next year so we can get more people involved.
Yeah,
I think
that'd be great.
Cool. All right, man. Thanks.
Thanks.